Now to Katu Project Education. Oregon's elementary kids are struggling when it comes to reading. Data shows our state ranks in the bottom half of reading literacy scores, according to the nation's report card. Stand for Children, a nonprofit advocacy group, is backing legislation to teach Oregon kids to be proficient readers by the 4th grade. Most kids are ready to put away their textbooks for summer break, but Sarah Pope, the executive director for Stand for Children, is laser focused on improving education for those students.
When it comes to reading, when it comes to math, when it comes to attendance, we're in the bottom, and in some cases with reading and math, we're last.
Her goal is to get all Oregon school districts on the same page.
So a lot of it is, in my opinion, and after doing a lot of research in this state, is we're just very hands-off, which means that our 197 districts do 197 largely different things.
She leans into continuity as not only a driving force, but a solution.
Well, so about a decade ago, we had the lowest high school graduation rates in the country. So 2013, we were in the news for having the lowest. We were at like low 60% of kids graduated.
The state passed Measure 98 in 2016, focused on improving students' progress towards graduation. Stand for Children helped back that measure, and now it wants to do the same for improving reading scores for grade school children.
You know, we saw our high school graduation rates start to turn around when we passed this policy in 2016. We're working on doing the same thing for reading. We want all kids to be really strong readers.
Stand for Children wants $300 million in additional funding dedicated to reading proficiency in grade school.
It's a big number, but if, the bigger number is actually if we have kids not reading at 3rd grade, it costs our system so much, not to mention the personal toll it takes on kids and families.
Pope points to states like Mississippi, who used to rank at the bottom a decade ago for reading scores, but are now above the national average through a comprehensive effort focused on early literacy and teacher training statewide.
So I just think it's unrealistic to expect each district to try to do this individually. When we're so behind academically nationally, it requires a statewide focus.
Pope says certain strategies work better than others when it comes to teaching kids to read, such as intensive tutoring for students, summer learning programs, and for teachers, updated coaching and curriculum. The concern is the ripple effect further down the path of education when currently fewer than half of kids in Oregon reach an important 3rd grade benchmark for reading.
Because you don't get taught to read in 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade.
Sarah Pope says in the final weeks of considering the state budget, Stand for Children said that their hope is the state can increase funding where they can.